It doesn't matter who you are, what kind of dog you have, or even if you have a dog, Flyball is the sport for you. Welcome back, everyone, to another Flyball and Friends episode. Today we have another interview with someone from Wisconsin. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Welcome, Julie. I'm so glad that you could take time out of your day to be here. If you could introduce yourself for everyone today.
Yeah, my name is Julie. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin in the United States. I run on the Mostly Harmless Flyball team. I got involved with Flyball in about 1995 when I was 5. Yeah.
That's awesome. So how many dogs do you have, Julie, now?
I currently only have 1.
Wow. Doesn't happen very often.
Nope.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I am a software developer at a company called Epic, so we write medical software.
Awesome. So how long exactly have you been playing for now then?
So I started going to flyball practice with my mom when she was practicing with our dog in 95 when I was 5. So 25 years now.
Awesome.
And then I didn't really do much other than like help set up the equipment at that point, but I got to come along. And then a couple years later, my mom actually started teaching the flyball class at the training facility that we were at. And at that point, there were other people that kind of let me practice with their dogs and run them and stuff like that.
That's awesome. So at what age did you actually start running a dog?
I don't know, like in practice, when that started, but when I was 7, there was this guy on my team who had a border collie named Gabby, and she loved flyball, but I think, if I remember correctly, he worked on weekends, I think. I don't know why, but he couldn't come to tournaments, and so he would drop her off Friday night, and she would stay at our house over the weekend, and I would run her. Always ran start. I don't know if that's because they only trusted me to run start or she had to run start. I don't remember. I just remember feeling super cool that I was this 7-year-old running a border collie.
That's awesome. All right, so now being younger in the sport, is there a life skill or maybe an attribute that you've learned that you've taken from flyball?
Yeah, so when I was 11, I got my very own border collie. She wasn't the family dog, she was my dog. And it was super exciting. When she finally started doing full runs and was going to tournaments, she was the fastest dog on our team, which was also super exciting. But then as flyball evolved and dogs got faster and I moved to a team that just had faster dogs, she was no longer considered a super awesome dog. Like, she was great, but she wasn't like Division I material. And I remember just being like really upset, thinking that like, oh, she's no longer the best. And it took a couple years, but what she really taught me in the sport was it's not about being the best. It's not about having the fastest time or anything like that. Like, you just go out and you have fun with your dog. And I have now taken that into a lot of areas of my life, not just dog sports, that you don't have to be the best to have fun.
For sure, that's good. I like that. Now, is there anything you would recommend to someone starting out in flyball?
I'd really say just make sure you're doing it with people you enjoy playing with. I have been on 4 different teams in the last 25 years. One because it no longer existed, and one because I moved. But the other switch was really just I felt like I fit in better with the other people. And it's a little weird at first to like go back to a tournament, you see your old team, but it really is, it's just all about having fun. And so you don't feel like you're stuck with a certain team because they helped you train your dog. It's really just about having fun and finding people that you have fun with.
Excellent. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Now, how often would you say you get to practice with your team?
Normally, we practice once a week. Recently, we haven't practiced as much. We did just start practicing outside when the weather cooperates. But typically the team practices once a week.
For sure. Now, do you have outdoor tournaments as well?
We do not. No,
Fair enough.
all of our tournaments are inside.
Cool. Now, is there something unique about your team that you could explain to us?
Yeah, so our team is very much you get the dogs that you like and then you have fun with them. We actually only have one mixed breed on our team, and she was not like purpose bred for Flyball. All of our other dogs that are actively running are purebreds, and people tend to have a breed that they really like, and then they get like a couple of them. So it's really fun to just see, like, most of the time we hit the lanes, we have a multi-breed team. It's pretty rare that we'll get 2 dogs of the same breed. Sometimes we have 2 border collies because there are 2 of us border collies running. But I went through and counted, and I think right now we have like 9 or 10 different breeds of dogs that are actively running. And then if you count dogs in training or that are retired, you add in like 8 or 9 more.
Wow,
so it's
that's
really,
awesome.
like, we don't care how fast your dog is. We just want you and your dog to be having fun and to be doing it safely. And we like to make the dogs as fast as they can be, but
Sure.
We understand different breeds are going to run different speeds, and that's perfectly fine with us.
For sure. Now, is there anything else you do at home to help with Flyball?
I mean, there's basic like conditioning and exercise, stuff like that, just to keep them in good shape. Other than that, I don't tend to do actual like Flyball practice at home, like box hits, things like that. I did go back last year and retrain my dog striding, and so when I was working on that, I brought home a box, a mat, and a couple jumps to work on that like twice a week.
For sure.
But we don't do a ton at home. No.
Excellent. All right. So now, how often would you say you go to tournaments?
We, around the Midwest, we do a lot of summer camping tournaments. So we do it at like fairgrounds and RV parks, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so over the summer, probably like April through August, we tend to have like 1 or 2 tournaments a month that I go to. I think there's actually more than that available, but I tend to stick to like 1 to 2 a month.
Fair enough. Now, would you travel lots for Flyball, or do you mostly just do local stuff?
So local, my team is actually the only team that hosts. So we do somewhere between 2 and 3 tournaments a year as we're hosting them. So most of the time it's traveling, but it's just to like down to Illinois or over to Iowa. So most of the time it's just like 3 or 4 hours away.
For sure. That's cool. Now, what's the farthest you've been for Flyball?
You Fly Champs down in St. Louis. It's about a 6-hour drive.
Do you have a favorite tournament that you like to go to besides the championship?
I'd probably pick Escanaba, which I'm sure a lot of people pick. It's just really fun. Everyone goes knowing that it's a charity. There's a lot of like extra events after racing. You get to see a lot of people there that you don't see at other tournaments. A lot of people travel for it. I'm thankful that I don't have to travel all that far to get there. But it's a lot of fun.
For sure. Now, is there a place in the world that you would still love to go, whether it's compete, train, or even just watch?
I have, in my 25 years of Flyball, never been to Can-Am, so probably getting there someday.
All right, now, what exactly do you like about playing Flyball?
I really enjoy just dog training. So I enjoy, at least with my own dog, like tweaking the little things that I see that could be improved.
Yeah.
Both within our team and then within the class, the public class that we teach. I enjoy seeing like a dog's having trouble with something or can't figure something out, kind of figuring out like, how do we fix this? What things can we tweak to make this work? And then watching them succeed. That's always a lot of fun. We had a dog in our class that he loved it. He loved coming to Flyball. but it took him a very long time to learn a box turn. And the day that dog hit the box and got a ball out of that box is probably one of the happiest days of my life. So just the training and seeing dogs succeed, especially the ones that were a struggle to get them there.
For sure. All right, now, do you have an early memory of flyball that you have when you were a kid?
I remember when my mom first started teaching the flyball class, I would go and help her set up the jumps. We were in a pretty small building. No one would practice there these days. We had like 23 feet of run back if we did it diagonally between the posts. If you went straight, you had like 10 or 15 feet. And I just remember we had to get there early so that we could set up and my mom could get like ready for class to start, and I'd just run back and forth over the jumps. Like I'd run down, put a ball in for myself, run back, then pretend I was like the second dog and go get the ball. And it's probably one of my earliest ones.
That's awesome. Now, do you have another favorite memory of flyball, whether it's on or off the racing lanes?
My favorite is probably when Zing, which was the dog I got when I was 11, my dog, when she got her Hobbs with 100,000 points in NAFA. That was really fun. Her dad was actually the first border collie to get a Hobbs, so it was kind of fun to have like a father-daughter pair there.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. Now, is there anyone that you look up to in flyball as a mentor, whether it was when you were first starting out or even continuing to this day?
Recently, at least when I was training my current dog, I went to a lot of Aaron Robbins seminars, and I really liked his training method. I've done a couple seminars when I was younger, like back in middle school and high school, and they were good. And maybe it's just because I was young, so I didn't necessarily understand them. By the time I was going to Aaron's with my current dog, I understood dog training. And I really liked that, like tweaking the little things to make things better. And his method was just very much like, look at the dog you have in front of you and work with it, instead of here's the cookie cutter method, follow it. So I definitely like look up to him, and I like that even over the last 4 years, as I've been kind of like following his methods, he's changed them, and he now has like more things that he can do with different dogs that need something different.
For sure, that's awesome. Now, do you have any hobbies outside of playing flyball?
My main thing is just that I train dogs. In like high school, people knew don't ask Julie to do things on weekends because she has flyball practice Saturday nights, and that's the main thing. This year I'm attempting gardening. I don't know how well it's going. Some things are bigger than when I put them in the ground.
Well, that's a plus.
That's about all I got. I'm really good at watching Netflix.
That's awesome. Any good shows?
I'm a big Grey's Anatomy fan.
Oh, yeah. All right. We'll move on. All right. Well, Julie, that's all the questions I have for you. The only thing I have left now is for you to challenge someone to do an interview with me. Do you have anyone in mind?
Yeah, I want to challenge Abigail Curtis from Shenanigans Unleashed, because I think her answers will be great.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for challenging them. I will hopefully reach out to them real soon. And other than that, Julie, thanks again so much for being here. It's been amazing getting to meet you and get to talk to you and listen to your stories. So other than that, hopefully we'll just see each other on the racing lanes real soon.
Okay.
Thanks again, Julie, so much for being here. It's been fantastic getting to catch up with you. If you guys are new here or you just haven't subscribed yet, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button to make sure you get all the latest videos, and hit that notification bell just so that you get notified when a new one drops. If you guys would hit that like button just to show how much you love this interview and how many more you'd like to see, or leave a comment down below if you have any questions for me or for Julie, or if you have any flyball questions in general. If you guys would like some more information on flyball, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Also, if you have Instagram, make sure you guys give me a follow on that. I got lots of pictures on there that you guys can check out. Also, if you guys would like some information on Julie's team, there is also a link in the description below. Until next time, guys, see you then.